welcome back to the channel. Wanted to go over something with you guys today. I apologize for not being out in the woods. I like to get up into the woods quite a bit, but there's a lot of snow up there. It's cold up there. I think it's 40 here today in the Colorado Springs area. Up there it's a little bit colder. It's about 20 degrees. Not a showstopper, but the snow is it's unpredictable and it gets really wet when it gets warm. And even if it's below freezing, it still melts. But anyways, I digress. I want to talk to you about sling use. And I'm going to keep this super short because there's like a million videos on this, but I just want to give you my take on it. And first and foremost, you have to define your need. What are you going to be using your rifle for? All right, mine, obviously, everybody wants to be this big romantic in their head and say, I'm going to defend my home. Well, that's probably all I'm going to use it for, and playing on the range. Running drills, things like that. And so a lot of those can be about the same setup, all right? But only you can really define it. And I'm going to show you what I've defined for mine. All right? So first and foremost, always make sure your weapon is clear. You check the chamber. I check the mag well. And as I'm looking at the mag well, I look at the bolt face. There's no round on the bolt face. Chamber again, bolt face, and mag well. And then I always drop my hammers. It doesn't really matter either way. So I've got a mag pull sling. It's nothing special. Haven't trimmed any of the extra or anything like that. I like that it has this big buckle that I can pull. Some of them have tabs or loops. I'm thinking about putting a loop on mine, but it's super easy. This thing moves really nice. And so that's needed because like it's cinched up right now and it's really comfortable to carry right here. But when I go to pull it up, it's not super comfortable. Like as soon as I get in, I can lock it in, but it's not super comfortable to roll around with. So I've got to be able to, boom, all right? So 2-point sling, mine is attached here with another mag pull device. Show you that in a second. And then on the other side here, I have a release, and then I have, this is actually a QD socket. And then this loop with that goes into a QD socket was actually here, but I had where'd it go? I had this there, but every time I moved my sling, it would clank around. So I don't really want that on there anymore. This one's stationary, it's silent. Oops. So that's what I have now. Alright, very maneuverable. If I want more slack, I can do it. One of the things that you might have to consider is, most of the time if you're clearing a house, clearing a room, clearing a building, on a maneuver or an op, whew, COVID, you're gonna want to run your sling like this while your action's on. Alright? It's just more convenient. It's easier to move around. Okay? Coming up to a door, you can reach, grab the door, and it's not like pulling down on you or anything like that. Real convenient. The other consideration is how much you're going to be changing sides. And so you can do a couple different things here. Loosen it up. Alright? I grab, flick it over as soon as it comes over, then I switch my hands. Well, I'm not totally tied up, but as you can see, this part of the sling did come around, but it's also pulling across my neck now. All right, and I don't love that. So what I like to do if I know I'm going to be clearing a room or clearing a building is I will disconnect that front piece and I will connect it back here on this back loop. If you have time, you can tighten it back up a little bit. I don't like to leave it like this. You can imagine where this is hitting right now. So it's not great, but if I'm clearing a room, a building, or whatever, bang, 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 clearing corners. Oh, I've got a left hand corner I got to get around. Well, I'm not going to come around with it like this. Now, nothing's in my way. I can do everything that I was going to do. Open the door, come around a tight corner, and nothing is in my way. And it's great. And so I like a 2-point to 1-point sling. That's really the moral of the story today. 2-point slings are great. They're probably the single most useful setup as opposed to a 1-point. 1-points are horrible for general use. If for this use, yes, it's great. But then when I'm done, I'm back here. Okay? I can sling it around. If I've got my battle belt on, I've got it set up just right to where even if there's a magazine, there's a spot between some of my stuff on my belt. As soon as I put it there, this goes right here and it doesn't move. And I've got almost 100% use. I'm a little limited right here. And so think about what you're going to use your sling for. Think about how you want it set up. I'm not going to push one brand over another. I do like my Magpul. I've had Daniel Defense, I think it was. I've had on VTAC. It was a VTAC. I've had a couple just weird brands. I've tried Condor. I've tried all the cheap stuff too. It hurt my soul to say, hey, I wanted to spend 50 or 60 bucks on a sling, and then I had to buy the base plate, and then I had to buy the QD sockets and all this, but I'm going to tell you right now, that is where your money is most well spent. Setting it up for you, for what you think your mission is, and being able to actually use it. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, about to be action on. I am so much more useful now. Boom. Boom. Alright? And so you've got to be able to move your sling around. Alright? You got to practice too, because when I first started practicing this, it was like, it was pretty bad. And so, find a sling that works for you. But I'm going to tell you right now, be prepared to buy another one. And throw the other one up on a forum for sale or something like that. Find what works best. I've tried the padded different types of slings. I don't like them. I feel like they drag too much. This one's really a slick nylon. It's not the most comfortable, but I don't carry my rifle all day anymore. I'm not in the Army anymore. And so I would have killed for one of these. Oh my gosh, 2003, 2004, and 2005 when I deployed to Iraq. Oh my gosh, this would have been so sweet. Rocking full-size M16 A4s, flat tops with red dots on them. The 2-point cheapo GI sling was so bad, I just didn't use a sling. I just didn't see the point. And so I had an old weapons catch. It was like a covered aluminum piece. And when I didn't need my rifle and I'd have my hands full because I was a medic, I'd put it there and latch it in. It would just sit here. But it set up like right this high. And I'd work on patience like that because I wanted my weapon really close to me. And I could still get this out faster than get that stupid M9 pistol out of the GI holsters that they used to give us. But anyways, find a sling that works for you. It's going to take trial and error. Define your mission. You may just need a 2-point. You may like the sling to be attached back here somewhere and somehow. I've seen people attach it around here, just around this, and it can slide back and forth. I like attachment points that are made out of metal. Although these buckles are the clamp piece that's coming up and down, that's metal, but the rest of it's a polycarbonate or glass-filled nylon, I think they call it. And so find what works for you, run it until it doesn't work, and then find something else. And with that, stay tactical.